Hi. Let's try this again. All right. Oh, my candle won't light. It's bugging me. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, it's not meant to be. Right. So today, I've got some sage going here. I'm going to channel a little channel for you based off of a little rant I just went on in my stories about, well, disillusionment and virginity. So virginity, such a word that's been dragged through the mud, made everybody guilty for. It's just all a big effing lie. Virginity is not sacred. Hey Maria, how are you? Let me play you a card. I'm just messing around, doing a little channeling today, getting a little and Anna, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me, the queen of heaven and earth. That is you, baby. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Strong in channel today. Yeah, me too. Me too. And yesterday actually was like over and over again. I noticed the same for you yesterday. You have nothing to hide. I have been noticing that lately. Nothing to hide for you. I love it. It's very inspiring. Because, well, that goes really well with what I'm going to talk about today, is the disillusionment of everybody. Everybody is so much in an illusion, and we're all hiding, telling a damn lie. Up all night too. Oh, man, I feel you. That is, it's awesome, and it's also the worst at the same time. It's like, oh, I gotta get up and like be a real human after like all night of downloads happening. It takes me like 3 days to recover from that when that happens. Oh, yeah. Okay, so illusions, disillusions, what we're building life off of. When we have nothing to hide, when we can be vulnerable, we can connect better with people. And we can actually stop hiding from joy, because sometimes joy makes us feel so vulnerable because we have this feeling that the other shoe's going to drop, that at one moment there's going to be nothing left, something catastrophic is going to happen. And so every time we have joy, we end up going, I don't really want it, because it's going to turn into something bad. And vulnerability is basically the key of living a real life. And what I wanted to talk about today is actually the illusion of virginity, which is such a weird thing to talk about, but it goes hand in hand with being a sacred flame keeper, being a rose priestess, being in the lineage, attuning yourself to the lineage. Virginity is one of the biggest lies that there is, and it's so pervasive that every single woman on this planet feels inadequate once she has had sex, or once she grows up, once she starts to bleed, once she becomes impure. And this whole purity bullshit is not the true meaning of virginity. So let's talk astrology for a second. Virgo is virgin, right? Virgo, virgin, same word. The Virgo archetype in astrology is purification, but not in a sexual way. It is the maiden, right? She is this, if you look at a chart, she's a maiden carrying a stack of wheat, which is also very indicative of being fertile. So this is where the virginity myth started to get discombobulated. Virginity, in the truest sense of the word, means to be sovereign, to be unto yourself, to be unmarriable, not ripe for marriage so that somebody can come and own you. You are unownable. And in terms of astrology, the Virgo is, let's talk esoterically, so really, really deep knowledge here. The Virgo is the womb of all the signs. Virgo is the womb. Okay, so when your womb is violated, you personally are going to have a hard time with what's an illusion and what's reality. So your womb doesn't necessarily need to be physically violated, but anytime you have been violated in your life, you're going to automatically start to carry a lot of filters that are illusions on your reality. And as the Virgo, being the womb of all of the zodiac, she is the carrier for the divine, right? And this is where Mother Mary comes in. This is why she is an archetype, why we have named her the Virgin Mary. She is the womb for the divine child. The divine child lives directly across the zodiac from her. That's why Jesus is always represented as a fish, or there's a very relative relationship between fish and Jesus. So Pisces is here on the wheel, Virgo is here on the wheel. Virgo is the womb that holds the energy that crosses the wheel. So in order to birth divineness into reality, you must be a virgin first. And that doesn't mean virgin without sex. That means to be so pure in who you are without illusions, because also Neptune rules Pisces, right? So there's a lot of illusions happening. Once you can purify yourself free of illusions and have nothing to hide, as this card so lovely tells us, that we get to be carriers for the divine. That's why priestesses are very much related to Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, but that's a different, same but different. We're going to put that over here for now. Mother Mary is what do I want to say here? The channel that births into reality. And as a priestess, as a rose lineage, as a just spirit worker in general, divinity happens here on earth. It's not out there. We are here to bring in that Pisces energy, the divine energy, through that line across the wheel into our own wombs of virginity, and birth it and create something real in this world. And this is why Virgos get a bad rep out in regular life, because Virgos are very particular. They're very organized. They can be even a little pedantic. They're just like, nope, this is the way that this goes. It is because they have an urge to purify everything so that divinity can come through in its highest form. So this also relates back to you and your purity of sight, and the purity of your body. And what I mean by that is taking care of your body and feeding it with things that are that jive with your personal body, to unblock blockages in your chakras, to take care of yourself, to organize yourself in your mind, body, and emotions. All three of those are Mother Mary consciousness. They're the consciousness of us. Our consciousness is made up of those three things, plus spirit. And we keep on, as Virgos, wanting to purify everything in order to let the highest expression come through. If you ask me, that's kind of the job of a priestess in general, is to be a place, a person, a way shower to let the highest expression come through. And so that's why this I guess I call it a program, this initiation, whatever it is that I'm doing, this Sacred Flame Keeper, is first. We need to understand and purify our own illusions, our own selves, in order to be the person that can help bring through divinity in its highest form, in whichever flavor we do it in. It's not like we have to be walking perfection. We just have to be clear enough, pure enough, organized enough, a holder and grower of divinity enough in order to be the bridge between. And that flame goes back to the so many virgins of history, but we can talk about the Vestal virgins. They were basically a bunch of Mother Marys, and they tended to a flame. Now, they lived in patriarchal times, so they weren't, unfortunately, able to actually have any feminine power as a priestess. But we can still use them as an example. They tended to the flame of the soul. They tended to the flame. They never let the flame go out. The flame of spirit. These women had to completely and always be in charge of the flame. And what we are going to take that on into ourselves now is our own inner flame. The flame that got pretty much dampened out by the Piscean age. The Piscean age is full of water. Full of water. And unfortunately and fortunately, everything happens for a reason, is the patriarchal Piscean age watered out femininity, watered out the power of the flame keeper. It watered all the flames. This happened in men too, and male-bodied people or male-identifying people. It happened to everybody. And so now we're moving into the age of Aquarius, and what's really important as a priestess or priestess work or a rose worker, whatever you want to be, the importance here is we're going first. We're not quite in the Aquarian age. We're here to help bridge the gap. That's what priestesses are for, to bridge the divine and reality. Steamy evaporation. It's basically just boiled the shit out of all of it. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And we're moving into the age of Aquarius, so we have to be the bridge for our future. The future us's, by the way, not just our future children and our grandchildren, but when we come back, we want this world to be what we want it to finally be. So when we get to the Aquarian age, is air. It sounds like it should be water, but Aquarius is an air sign. And air is integral to fire. You cannot have fire without oxygen. And that is why this is the beginning of what's the word I'm looking for? Discovering ancient knowledge, ancient lineages, ancient healing techniques. They're all coming back to help this fire and air situation. I'm just like bringing it together with my hands here. So, yeah, that was mostly my spiel, I think. I have more, and it's leaving me. Fire and air, yeah. So I'll pick one more card. I got the Rose lineage. Or it's not the Rose lineage, it's a Rose oracle. It's not quite about the Rose lineage, but parts of it are. I'd like to see what happens here. I would like to see. So every time I get on live, I cannot, my throat gets all like, I don't know what is going on. I gotta figure out like, something in me doesn't want to talk. Okay, Okay, one more. Oh, I got two at the same time. Oh, interesting. I've got the rose thread. So these are for everybody. It's inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. And these cards are kind of hard to see online, but keep talking. Yeah, I'm trying. It just like covers my whole throat just starts to go every time I get on a live. I'm like so phlegmy for no reason. I'm like fine every other part of the day. And the wild rose, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yes, so anything else? Yeah. Hold on, it's coming. Oh, they want me to... Okay, so I'm channeling a book right now. It's actually going pretty well. I never thought I would do that. I did not sit down to channel. Well, here's the story. I've always wanted to write a book, and I never know what to write about. And so I decided one day I'm just going to sit down and open a channel and let it go. And it just so happens the thing I'm channeling it told me was the Rose Collective. So I was like, well, that's pretty fitting. And what I'm getting right now is they want me to talk about what they told me in the book so far, this one piece. It has to do with discovering the ancient lineages of the priestesses from the past. So the last time they were here in physical form was 26,000 years ago. Okay, got it. 26,000 years ago. That was during the age of Atlantis. That was exactly one full revolution of the axis of the earth. So we're back in the age of Aquarius. So that's where I was going with that whole thing is we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We need to be the bridge and that's why all of this old lineage stuff is coming back out right now, because they can't come here as physical beings, but we can come here and do the work, boots on the ground style. And so they were here 26,000 years ago teaching the priestesses of Atlantis. That was the last time they were here. And the priestesses of Atlantis, if you know any of the stories, right, they were the rulers of everything, I guess, pretty much. The priestesses kind of ran stuff back then. And what's happening is, since that was a full revolution in the axis of the earth, because it takes 26,000 years for us to go through every single age. Each one is 2,000 years roughly, so a little more, well, it just depends. There's a whole it's not very scientific. Nobody can really point it out. Calculations are weird. Sizes of constellations are different. Roughly, it takes 26,000 years to go from Pisces to Pisces. So now that we're in this bridge age of Pisces Aquarius to Pisces Aquarius, all of the stuff that the Rose Collective or the Venusians were here doing is coming back out. And I'm pretty sure people like Mary Magdalene all knew that was happening. This is why it got buried. It got buried to save it. So a part of it is malicious, I'm sure, and a part of it is hidden in plain sight type of stuff. Like if you look at a lot of art from medieval ages or like Chartres Cathedral, all of it is like hidden in plain sight of stuff from pagan religions. That term is not my favorite because it's just earth religions, earth spirituality is all there in the cathedral. Every aspect of it is covered in truth. And nobody wants to admit it, at least like the people that work there or people that go there, tourists that go there. They want to stay in their illusions. And that's where we started this talk with, is our illusions and how the truth is death. And death is life. So the more deaths you can have, the more lives you can have, metaphorically speaking, and I guess reincarnationally speaking. Can we go see some cathedrals together soon? Can I get there? Could I? Yeah, I would say, fuck yeah, that would be so fun. I gotta go there too. And we always wanted to go to Paris together. Let's do it. I just want to read these cards, or not read the whole thing, but I want to just get okay, so the rose thread is the card of the call of the mystic. So if you're still listening to this, you might want to consider coming and getting your virgin on with me, your real virgin though, not your like sanctimonious bullshit virgin. Oh, Mother Mary, she's just like, Mother Mary, the most powerful woman to walk this planet in recent times. Probably the last powerful woman to walk this planet. And Mary Magdalene aside, right? Because they really just put her in the shitter for real. Mother Mary, they just put in a little box. They put her in this little tiny virgin box where like you're helpless and everybody just needs to do whatever the angels say. And no, dude, she created that. She made that happen. She was a part of a lineage of divine birth priestesses where this was a normal practice. She's so powerful, they had to put her in a virgin box and then make virginity the standard across the board for everybody. In the inverted version of virginity, like you just need to be pure and not have sex ever. She needed to be pure to bring through the divine Christed energy into physical form. That's how Christ got here, and others very much like him. He's not the only one. What was it, Pope Leo that said like, oh, the fable of Christ has done our business well? Something like that. Like, guys, there is so much truth in all of this and covered in illusions. Covered. It's like, ugh, the muck, grossness. She was divine in and of herself because of how she was born. She was also a divine birth. Her mother was also a virgin. And guess what? Her mother, also a virgin, because there were a lineage of priestesses that brought through divinity. Now they're telling me to read you a part of my book. I don't remember much when I'm channeling at all. I just kind of remember bits and pieces of it. I gotta find it. So many things open here. Maybe it's not even open. I don't know. It was some kicker about Mother Mary, how she's here. Yeah, it's not open. I'm not telling them now, guys. Sorry. Anyway, rambled on long enough. I hope this was fun. Oh, I didn't finish reading. The Wild Rose. I'll post this in my stories later, and you can see what I pulled. If someone says that you're not normal, say thank you. That would be me, and probably so many people listening. If someone says that what you're doing isn't normal, say, yeah, naturally. Basically, being a divine birth priestess is not normal. And most people are so covered in their illusions that they'll never even know the power that is to be a virgin. She knows her true unique nature and wants to remember yours too. She knows that what makes you wild makes you free. Okay, I'll post these up later in my stories. This was fun. Thanks for hanging. Talk to you later.